Hi guys, so this is a read for the Divine Masculines. It's intended for those who are recognising that they're in a twin flame dynamic. So with it being general, it's not going to resonate for everybody, okay? It's also not gender specific or zodiac specific. And as always, please use your own discernment and your own intuition. The intent here is basically to help the Divine Masculines to navigate the energies that surround them at this time, okay? Please also do keep in mind that the single most important thing about the twin flame connections is union with the self, all right? So you're already whole, you're already complete, and you are consciousness. Never ever keep yourself stuck. Keep pushing forward, focus on your self-growth and your soul's journey, okay? I'm going to do the twin flame reads quite differently this month. Usually I do it all about you and the energies that you're currently finding yourself in. However, with us quickly approaching Valentine's Day, I wanted to do it a little bit differently. And I'm going to be doing this month's twin flame reads from the perspective of your counterpart, okay? So hopefully it will still help you out. It'll still help you to understand what it is that's going on. But as I said right at the intro, always keep in mind that the single most important thing about the twin flame dynamic is the union with the self. Okay, right, so let's get into this for you then, Divine Masculines. How is Divine Feminine currently seeing Divine Masculine at this time, please? What? Okay, that was pretty powerful. Right, Four of Wands, it's Aries energy, Ten of Coins is Virgo, and the High Priestess is Moon. Right. Okay, so from your counterpart's perspective, Divine Masculine, how they're seeing you. You could well already be in another commitment someplace else with the Four of Wands and the Ten of Coins, okay? You could already be either married or just in a long-term situation already. They're seeing... I am going to have to clarify this High Priestess, because Divine Masculines, it could be your counterpart has had tarot readings done just to try and figure out what it is that you're up to, how you're feeling towards them, that sort of thing. That they might be able to read their own tarot. The High Priestess is basically all about behind the veil, right? So your counterpart is basically waiting for some kind of sign or a signal from you. There could also be this, it's like a subconscious communication that's been going on between you as well. I'm going to clarify before we go any further. But going by this energies, Divine Masculine, your counterpart is seeing that you could well be happy in your current situation. You could already be settled in your current situation, and that you're trying to avoid causing ructions within your current commitment. Now, if that's not like being married already, or in a long-term commitment, it could be you being committed to your work and to your career. That could easily stand true as well, with it being the Ten of Coins. Okay, so they could well just be seeing that you're very focused on your finances. Okay, I'll be using the Baby Orion's deck, it's so cute, to clarify as well. I'm going to clarify all three of these cards for you, Divine Masculine, because I like to get really clear and concise answers. Let me clarify how the Divine Feminine, thank you, is seeing the Divine Masculine. Can we clarify, please? Right, so you've got the Sun, that's Leo energy. I did get a jump on that one. It's the Hermit, it's Virgo energy. The Nine of Swords is Gemini, and the Eight of Coins, yeah, Virgo energy again. So, yeah, your counterpart, they're basically... When I said that they're waiting for some kind of signal from you, that is absolutely spot on, right? And they're very, very worried. That they're worried that that you might have forgotten about them. That they're very concerned about this lack of communication. And they also see that you're going through quite a lot as well, yourself, with the Hermit and the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is literally the nightmare card, okay? Stress, worry, grief, anxiety. They could be seeing that you're going through some kind of financial struggles as well with this Eight of Coins. Some of you might have recently lost your job, or you're having to pick up a new job just to keep your finances afloat, basically. So your counterpart is certainly aware of a lot more than you might have given them credit for here with this. They haven't lost hope though. They're definitely worried about the lack of communication, but they certainly haven't lost hope. Not with the Sun being here. Okay, what's in Divine Feminine's heart space, please, toward the Divine Masculine? What's in their heart space, please? Okay, it's loads again, so much. Okay, the Fool, Uranus energy, so it could be Aquarius energy, but it doesn't have to be. The Five of Wands is Leo. The King of Wands is Leo again. The Lovers is Gemini, Justice is Libra, and the Knight of Wands is Sagittarius. Right, so in your counterpart's heart space, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything here, okay, Divine Masculines. It's showing me that your counterpart is certainly considering moving on. All right, they have not forgotten about you, and they're not likely to ever forget about you. However, what I'm looking at here is they have come to this understanding that they cannot hang around and wait forever as well, okay? They've, with this conflict in their heart space, they're very conflicted about moving on, so it's not something that they're doing lightly, but they certainly have had to resolve themselves to the fact that they might need to, okay? They just feel that they can't put their own lives on hold, and it's perfectly understandable. They have received a romantic invitation from another, and they're strongly considering on taking that up, okay, with this King of Wands and Lovers. The love towards you is still very evident. It's still here. That there is still definitely an attraction that they have towards you, and that there is still this, it's kind of a little bit of longing, you know. It's like they've received this offer in their heart of hearts. They wished that they had received this offer from you, but alas, that hasn't happened. And so there is definitely this quiet resolve within them, okay? But they've certainly not let you go. Like, you'll always have a place in their heart, basically. What actions is the counterpart likely to take, please, toward Divine Masculine? Okay, the cards are being really weird. It's just the way that they're jumping. You can see they're coming out in clumps. Okay, so their actions, you've got the Devil, it's Capricorn, the Empress is Earth and Venus, so it's Libra, Taurus. The Four of Cups is Cancerian, and the Queen of Coins is Capricorn. Right, the actions towards you, Divine Masculine, I'm not seeing that they're going to be taking direct action towards you, all right? Again, I cannot sugarcoat anything, all right? There'd be no point in me doing tarot, and there'd be no point in you watching it, okay? When I said that they were keeping you in their heart space, that was a huge understatement, okay? You still... It's like that there's still a fantasy here that they hold, okay? They still definitely wish that this connection could come into union. However, what they're currently doing right now with the Devil and the Empress combination, they're focused on themselves, okay? So it's not action towards you per se. If you remember the meaning for the Devil card, it's not always about toxicity, okay? It's not always about individuals with narcissistic tendencies, not always, right? The very base meaning of the Devil is hedonism. Doing what you love, doing you, focused on you. And it came out with the Empress. So your divine counterpart, I mean, for me, this is as clear as day, all right? Yes, there is still love, passion, desire, even lust as well for some of you towards you. However, there is a realistic energy here with this combination. Your divine counterpart is being very, very realistic. And they're not playing around with this energy. They have... it's like they're absolutely determined that they are going to do themselves. They're going to focus on themselves. They're going to create and improve their own lives. And this is a very spiritual energies here that I'm feeling with this. I'm just going to draw your attention as well, Divine Masculine, to the fact that we do have the Lovers and the Devil out here in the same reading. Now, if you think back to traditional tarot, if you give me a second, I'll just reach down and pull out a deck. If you think back to traditional tarot, what those cards look like, you will see that it's actually... they're the same cards, okay? They're the same cards. It's just when they come out in a read together, it can indicate the shadow side of a connection, all right? That's where the obsessiveness can come in, right? So there is certainly felt on both sides of the table here, this insane chemistry, this insane connection, to the point where agreeably, yeah, it can feel a little bit overwhelming and a little bit toxic because of the intensity of the connection, okay? But again, just to swing it back around to your reading, I do apologise, I tend to get sidetracked sometimes. They're focused heavily on themselves, on their future. For some of you, they're focused on their own careers as well. And the Four of Cups, Queen of Coins. So, again, I'm not seeing any kind of direct action towards you here, Divine Masculine. In fact, there's something about rejection. So they might have made an attempt before in the past, and you could have rejected them. I don't think that you're fully aware that you might have rejected them, but whatever it was that played out between you two in the past, for them, it came across like a rejection, okay? So, yeah, they're pitting this to the side for the time being until they have figured out their own place in the world, basically, okay? Your divine counterpart is going through, I would say, a spiritual ascension here, and it has taken them on a brand new career path for the most part. They're building themselves up, and there is a lot of emphasis on their part about their finances, their future, their stability. For some of you, they could well be looking at moving as well. Okay, so you might find, I mean, if currently, if you're in the same town as each other at the moment, that's going to change within the next couple of months. They're not going to be in the same town for most of them, not all of them, for most of them. There's certainly okay, that's weird. So I'm being reminded here not to reveal too much. I don't know why. It could well be the fact that your divine feminine might be running away from someone or something that actually is toxic and that is considered dangerous. Okay, so I'm going to leave that at that. But it's certainly insinuating that the divine feminines, they're not going to be hanging around. Okay, their blockages is the Ten of Cups. It's Piscean energy and it pertains to contentment. So for a long, long time, your divine counterpart, they have not felt at peace, either internally or externally. It's been a struggle for your counterpart to, I'm hearing, lay down their roots and to grow. So they're looking for a place that feels like home, and they're looking for, I would say, a person that makes them feel like home. They're looking for safety, okay, and that's a blockage. What's hidden under there? The Tower. Yes, absolutely Mars energy. So it could be Aries and Scorpion. Yeah, like literally that Tower being there is confirming exactly what I've just said. I am going to avoid repeating myself, okay? I'm really, really conscious about doing that. So if it's not necessary, I'm not going to do it. Right, so before I start pulling your oracle cards, if you've made it this far into the reading, then please do consider giving me a cheeky wee like, a subscribe or a comment, maybe even all three if you're feeling really, really generous. And thank you so much to all of those who have already supported my channel. It honestly and absolutely means the world to me, so thank you. Give further clarity, please, for the divine masculines. Yeah, past life relationship, no shit, right? You have known each other before, so divine masculine. If you were quite possibly thinking that you were going a little bit cray-cray about this connection, because it's certainly not something that you have felt with anyone else before in the past, and it made you question yourself, like, why the frick am I feeling this for this individual that that either I barely know, but I feel that I know them and I can't place them. Why am I feeling so attached to this individual, like all of a sudden, you know, anything like that? Which the twin flame energy, it can pull up. It absolutely can. That's your reasons why, all right? You're not going cray-cray. You know that there is a lot more to this connection than meets the eye. You know that this is a soul level thing, right? Wedding. Yeah, the situation involves a marriage. So we did see that in your first three cards, if you remember. Confirming again for those who are in that situation, that the chances are quite high that, yeah, this is your reading. Like, for real, this is your reading. This is about as real as it gets. Right, give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership and chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So there needs to be a middle ground that is found with this connection, especially if it's a connection that you would like to keep as well. And reconciliation, someone from your past is returning to your life. So they might have thought about reaching out and communicating to you, but then they stopped at the last minute because they're certain that they would be rejected. right? And we did see that in their actions towards you. So for the most part, I'm seeing that your counterpart is going to let you do whatever it is that you need to do in order to free up your energies. But of course, they're not going to be hanging around waiting on you as well, because, as I say, they know that they have to continue living their own best life. Right, way too many. Let's take it. Okay, trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it'll automatically transform. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentments. So if you're holding on to any kind of resentments, then obviously that's going to be clutching up your energies. Playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember that love is the greatest healer. Surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. Some of you have been, like for those who are in a long-term or like a long-term situation or like a marriage, some of you are very well aware that you have been, for lack of a better turn of phrase, you're well aware that you've been beating a dead horse with that particular situation. You haven't felt loved or wanted in such a long time. All of a sudden you've got this twin flames situation that's right in front of you, and you're like, I don't know what to do with this. Yeah, it's not easy. Really, really isn't. Look deep within your heart and you'll feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. So there's unconditional love here coming from your counterpart, even though they know that they have to move on. Okay, it doesn't mean that they have stopped loving you, because it's unconditional. They will always love you, like always, forever. And with it being a past life as well, twin flame, that love will never die. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. It's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. So you're needing some breathing space, basically, to try and figure out what exactly it is that you genuinely want or need to do. Okay. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you do deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life, regardless of the circumstances that you currently find yourself in. So for those who were holding back on this connection purely because you felt that financially you're not able to support a relationship, some of you have been feeling that way as well. They're saying here, like, you have to reprioritize now, because with your counterpart moving away and they're not going to be as easily accessible, if you like, it's now or never, basically. You have to decide what it is that you genuinely and authentically want to do, because this decision that you make it's gonna have an impact on the rest of your life, like the quality of the rest of your life. Are you giving up love because of finances, or to try and make a dead relationship work? Right? You can't keep putting yourself out like this, right? It's very self-harming. Okay. Twin flame messages, please. Okay. The grass was not greener on the other side. Now, this could be you, or this could be your counterpart, okay? With these messages cards, it can really be 50-50 which message is for which counterpart. Ah, man. Dropping them everywhere. My ego gets the best of me. Twin flame messages, please. So, as I was saying, it's for your own intuition to decide which card belongs to who, okay? I want to tell you how wrong I was. My ego just won't let me admit it. So that's 2 messages about ego. I'm a better person because of you, and I hope that you know that. No one gets me like you do, and I wish I could take back all the things that I've said and done. So there's certainly regrets here from somebody. Further clarity, please, for Divine Masculines. Oh man, your cards are just really bizarre. Right, protection, a call to protect your energy and to call back your power, energetic cleanup. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval, reclaiming parts of your soul that were lost through trauma, releasing old cords, attachments or hexes. That's interesting, Divine Masculine. Some of you might be suspicious that an outsider from this connection has been doing some dabbling, perhaps, to keep you stuck. That's always a possibility. It's time for you to protect your energies, Divine Masculine. It's time for you to clear out unwanted clutter. This can be people, places, things, or ways of thinking. And it's time for you to call back your power. Take your power back. Inner temple, a call to embrace your higher purpose. If you're already a committed student, then your guides are commending you for your devotion. Tune in to the portal of your heart. Take some time every day to spend on yourself. So meditation is required, and that will help you to think more clearer. And transformation, choosing a new way of being where trauma is not the driving force. Old patterns are rising to be healed. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing, a rethreading is happening. Don't put yourself under any pressure to perform. Review relationships, including the one that you have with yourself. Yeah. So absolutely, it's time here, Divine Masculines, for you to form your own opinion instead of being dragged down into what others are wanting from you. It's time for you to call your power back, because you've been giving away your power for far, far too long. Individuals around you seem to have this idea that they have the power over you, and that's not true. It really isn't. And certainly don't rule out the possibility as well, Divine Masculine, that that someone has been manipulating you to stay in a situation that does not serve your highest good. It's the Divine Masculine, please. Lifting the veil, a time for purging. Yeah. Question everything, and anything unaligned must go. Looking deeper and questioning everything that the previous generations did, and bringing things back into harmony. Yeah, that is literally confirming everything that I've already just said, and that's a different deck as well. And it's the same energies coming out of that different deck. Wow. Some of you might feel that you have no choice but to allow your divine counterpart to go their own way without you. And you're being told here, Divine Masculine, very loud and very clear, that you're only as stuck as what you're telling yourself you are, okay? Again, just to go back to that devil energy, even if that was a toxic energies, the devil doesn't actually have any power. The devil only has the power that what you give it. you know? You're only as stuck as what you think you are. You're only as stuck as how stuck you're telling yourself that you are. There's also, I'm getting the energies of something taboo as well. And I'll tell you what's given me that vibe is this one here. Okay, there could be something that is quite possibly frowned upon about this twin flame connection, and that could be what terrifies you about it. Okay, it's time for you to see beyond the physical with that lifting the veil energies. It's time for a new way of doing things, and you will find that that is why you're a twin flame. Because twin flames challenge the norms of society. That's exactly what they do. It's for Divine Masculine, please. Okay, multiple cards again, Divine Masculines. Right, you've got, this is your guidance, okay? And it's from the deck called Buddha Wisdom, Divine Masculine. Right. So it says, be harmless, be blameless, awaken to the eternal truth, and find friends who love the truth, drink deeply, live in serenity and joy. Living in your true authenticity, living in your truth, not being afraid of the truth, not being afraid of speaking the truth. I'm telling you, there's something taboo about this connection. For some of you there is. This could be a same-sex situation as well for some of you. And like your family could be really, really strict or really religious or something like that. There's definitely a fear from the Divine Masculine side that if they pursue this twin flame connection, that they would somehow be shunned out of their family, or they would be shunned out of their community, something like that. It's really, really weird. But not completely unexpected as well, for it being a twin flame connection. Interesting. Okay, so that was your read, Divine Masculines. If you would like to book a private reading with me, then the link to do so is in the descriptions box and it's in the pinned comments below. It's just a simple case of clicking on the link. It'll take you straight to my original website and you can just place your booking there. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely week and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.